What's up guys, Brandasauresrex here, and today we're going to be doing a review of the Transformers Voyager class Grimlock figure. And this is a part of the Transformers Generation line, which I find pretty weird because usually the Generation line would be coming out around the same time as the movie figures, but I think that Hasbro has decided to combine the two waves so that we can get these movie figures out before the movie, I guess. I'm not exactly sure what their plan was. So here we have the box, and it's a pretty decent box. I just don't like this Transformers thing that runs through here. It looks rather plain, but I do like the picture of Grimlock that we get on this side of the packaging, and then it says Grimlock on the bottom, ages 8 and up, which is rather older than a lot of these other figures. A lot of them say 4 and up, and then it says Transformers Age of Extinction at the bottom. You flip it around, Transformers Voyager class, and the back, it has a bio, so if you want to read the bio you can pause it if you can see it, and then it says changes in 18 steps, a whole bio about Grimlock that I don't want to read at the moment because it might have spoilers to the movie. But you can see on this figure that this figure was supposed to be slightly more black than what it was. You can see that the hands to Grimlock were supposed to be black, and it looks like they kind of cut out on that. And then we have Optimus Prime, which I'll be doing a review of as well. This is the G1-esque version 1. And then down here you have all your legal jargon, and then on the bottom more legal jargon, and nothing on the top besides the Autobot logo. So let's talk about the face sculpt before we get into everything else. And this face sculpt is amazing. Look at all the little details that Hasbro got in between these little pieces of armor, and the way the helmet sits on the head. I know these guys are the Dinobots are supposed to look very how do you say, like warriors from the 1800s, and this looks very much like a knight would, you know, like they're supposed to look like warriors and knights from that time period. So I think this works perfectly. So for sculpting, I just wanted to take a second and look at the shoulder pad, and you can see the ridges that are on here, and the sculpting is very nice for the face of the dinosaur. And if we move slightly up, you can see the face of the dinosaur, and you can see the amazing job that they did there. But everything else kind of falls a little kind of flat, whether it's because it has to be hidden because of the, how do you say, the transformation, or because they didn't want to put too much detail in because the figure might get scuffed up, you know, because this is kind of a more aimed for children's line now. Before it wasn't, but now it is. And you know, you can see that they're trying to appeal to the collectors, but they're also trying to appeal to kids, and this is Hasbro's new thing. And you can see it being done in the Marvel Legends line, and you can also see it being done to their Transformers line because of how simplified the transformations are. This only transforms in 18 steps. So let's go over the articulation of this guy with the way he is right now. His head turns left and right. It goes a little bit up, a little bit down and up due to the transformation. He can rotate out about that far. He has a rotation up here that is very stiff. There's a notification on Facebook. He can rotate at the wrist, but you do have to pull this apart first. You have to unpeg it. He has a single jointed elbow that bends about this far. He can rotate at the waist if you lift this up, I believe. Oh no, you cannot. So no waist. He does have, his legs can fully rotate up to this far, so he can do some high kicks. And then he has a upper thigh swivel, single jointed knee, and his foot points down about that far, but that is due to the transformation and not anything else. Alright, so let's transform this bad boy. Okay, so to start off the transformation of this figure, the first thing you're going to want to do is rotate this head backwards, and then push it up about that far. You're supposed to push it up as far as it can go. Then what you're going to want to do is turn the figure around and kind of reconstruct the back of Grimlock's back piece, which is basically the head for, and this part is stuck now, which is basically the head. So you're going to want to put this together. So if anything goes out of focus, I apologize ahead of time, and you're going to want to snap this together. I do my stuff completely out of order of the books. I do not look at the books or little booklets that they give you. I don't care how they do it or how you're supposed to do it. Then you're gonna kind of want to slide that in so it looks like this, and you're gonna push Grimlock's head in, pull this out and tab it, and pull this all the way that way. So it should look something like this. Then what you're gonna want to do is move these arm plates up both sides and move the whole thing. There you go, like that. Fix the feet out like so. Spin it all the way around. Fix it over here. Then there's two little tabs up here. You're just going to want to tab them in. And then put it together at the back. If it'll tab in. Nope, not going to do it. There we go. Saying it should do that. It should do. Then you want to rotate these arms forward. Push these horns back like so. Then, oops, I forgot to fold this. There you go. You're supposed to fold that in. And then, you're going to want to rotate this all the way around the other way. There we go. I had it right the first time. And then fix the feet. Peg this in, like so. Bend the legs a little bit. And then do the same on the other side. So, rotate this. Peg it in. Pull these out. The bottom. And then you kind of just want to fix it up from there. And then get it in the pose you want. That's it. It's a little bit halfway out of focus. But there you go. There is the Dino mode, or the Tyrannosaurus mode for this figure. So the head sculpt in this mode looks very great on the side. It does not look good looking directly forward, though. To me, this is unappealing. That hole there, and you know, the way the teeth align, it just looks weird. And especially when you close the mouth, you can see that the jaw doesn't align. That is a no bueno for me. So I mistransformed them a little bit in the tail section, so I fixed it, and now I want to go over the articulation for you guys. And it's not that great in the dinosaur mode. All you have is just this kind of points around, so you can swing this 360, and then the legs can go 360. He has one point right here, so you can kind of do this and bend, and then this rotates 360 up here. I don't know if I just said that. And then he has one point down here, which is more for the transformation than anything else. And then he has a jabberjaw like that, a little gimmick, which I think is cool. That's cool for the kids, and also if you want to just go. So here we have Grimlock standing side by side with the Marvel Infinite Series Hydra Soldier, and you can see that he is a standard 6-inch figures, you know. And you can see how short Grimlock is comparing to him. I'm going to transform him again, and you can see how tall he is comparing to a 6-inch figure. So here we have Grimlock all transformed and in robot mode, and you can see how much taller he is comparing to a standard 6-inch figure. He is a lot taller. Not that much taller, but he is taller, and he has a good height on him, so he will be taller than your Voyager class Optimus Prime, which I also will be doing a review on, along with the Slug. So now that we have our height comparisons out of the way, let's wrap up this review with my final thoughts. So my final thoughts of this figure is that it's a pretty cool figure, but do you necessarily need it? Not necessarily, but it is pretty cool to have. And between this one and the leader class, if you have to pick one, I suggest going with this one. This one is a lot better in dinosaur mode, which I think most people will be keeping their Grimlock in. I don't think too many people are going to have him like this. I know I won't. He will be going in dinosaur mode with the rest of the Dinobots as soon as I start picking them up. I picked him up and Slug up at the same exact time, so it kind of worked out perfectly for me. These guys are pretty cool. I only bought them because I wanted Dinobots and because they fit in with the movie figures that I already have, so I didn't have to venture off and try to find Dinobots and all of this stuff. It just made it so much easier for me because these match the ones that I have already. So with that being said, if you want to get it, get it. And if you like this review, give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment on what you think of the figure, and also if the movie is out by the time you're watching this, what do you think of the movie and his interpretation, like their interpretation of Grimlock in the movie? So I would like to know, because I want to know how he's going to be in the movie. So yeah, so if you enjoyed this video and all of my other videos, make sure to subscribe for more future videos because I'm planning on doing more reviews and more a.c.b.a type videos. So stay tuned. I'll catch you nerds later. Peace out.
That's crispy.
Okay, so to start, really?